10. The resentful person. This is the person who always feel resentment. What he does negatively affect others. His feeling or resentment is a result of any or all of the following. Number 1, kay personal dislike of a certain person. Ang B, bigotry, prejudice against a particular race or culture. C, prejudice against women. D, prejudice against younger people. Murag gihapon da ining kuan. Kanina resentful. Murag na siya kanang kuan gihapon. Kanang kuan sa kanang sa aggressor. Kanang naay kanang pagkalain sa kuan bar hinanakit nga kuan nay negatibong batasan. Sa passive aggressor di ani siya. Kay example ani niya kay dili direkta kanang mo reklamo bitaw pero naay mga padungog-dungog sa tubangan sa iyang mga katrabaho. Present stamp. Next is perception. Perceptions. Conflicts may also be caused by difference in perception. Next is values and ethics. Differences in values and ethics among workers can be a source of disagreement. When a new employee works hard as expected by his superiors, he may be regarded by the old workers as trying to do something that may expose their shortcomings. Sa values and ethics. Muna siyang naghatag og kanang kuan matatag. Pagkakaroon ng matatag na work ethics kanang makatabang og kuan pagbuo sa kuan kanang pagsalig sa pagitan ng kanang imong mga kauban sa trabaho, like na nga tuan kuan integrity and honesty, magkanang mutugan ka sa tinuod, then sa professionalism, maayos na pananamit at pananalita. Tas, dapat mo kuan ka sa sakong oras. Perminti siya sa nasa sakong oras. Din sa responsibilidad o kuan pagkukusa, accountability o pagkukusa man niya pagalang sa kuan sa iyang mga kauban sa organisasyon din sa kanang kuan kanang maminaw bitaw. Last is emotions. Uncontrolled emotions can cause conflict among workers. So kung ikaw kanang dili ka kapung sa imong emotion, like sa inyong balaydaan na nakay kanang family problem, dili na nimo pwede dalon sa imo trabaho. Kay kung dili ka kanang makakontrol bitaw nyo, jukan ka sa imong katrabaho sa kuan, mahimo man na ninyong gubot kung dili ko kuan. Mato ang controlled. Marot ang akong kuan. Thank you.
Communication barriers. When communication between workers is not effective, a requisite for conflict is laid out. One of the barriers to effective communication is language, and an example may be provided. So, sa communication barriers, nakasugat naman ta obviously, ana. So, ato man nagigamit at pang-adlaw-adlaw na to. So, dili jud ta magkasinabot if lahi-lahi ang ato ang kanang like inistoryahan. Or like, nag-video call ta niya, hinay ang signal niya, nagiingon si pikas din niya nga, dili ta makahibaw, or dili ta kabati, kay putol-putol ang iya tingog. Or like, kanang na-instruction ang isa ka kanang maestra din, wala ta naminaw or like kanang wala niya natarong instruct, so dili gid ta magkasinabot. Stages of conflict. Conflicts develop in stages, or at least most of them. The stages consist of the following. So the first one is antecedent condition. Antecedent conditions is the source of conflict, or the antecedent conditions that set the first stage of conflicts. An example is this is a presence of negative person. So for example, sa inyong teammate na ay usa ka co-workers nga magsige siya og complain or like mo refuse siya og cooperate sa inyong team. So syempre sa inyong team like maka-cause jud siya og tension or like kaning kuan sa inyong team because sa iya attitude. And the second one is perceived and felt conflict. So ari sa ta maguna sa perceived. So perceived is refers to the awareness by one or more parties of the existence of conditions that create opportunities for conflict to occur. So, perceived is this happen when people become aware that a problem or disagreement exists. So, for example, is John noticed that his coworker keep interrupting him during meetings. So, he started thinking there was a problem between them. While the felt conflict is that the stage of the complex process wherein emotional involved become a part of a conflict, creating anxiety, tension, frustrations, or hostility. So, Sa felt conflict, at this stage, emotions become involved. So, nanaan ka ng diha, ang ka ng like, kuan na ka ng suko na jud kay ka. So, kaning, ang example ani, after being interrupted by many times, John left upset and disrespected, making him avoid talking to his coworker. The third one is manifest conflict. So, manifest conflict is that stage in the conflict process wherein the conflicting parties are actively engaged in the conflict behavior. There may be verbal, written, or even physical attacks. So, manifest conflicts happen when the disagreement becomes visible. The people involved openly show conflict through arguing, complaining, shouting, or negative action. So, for example, there are two co-workers disagree about a project. After keeping their frustration inside for days, they finally argued loudly during a meeting in front of everyone. Conflict resolution or suppression. Conflict resolutions occurs when the reason for the conflict are eliminated. There are various techniques used in resolving conflicts. So these are the following. So the first one is problem solving. This is a face-to-face meeting of the conflict parties for the purpose of identifying the problem and resolving it through open discussion. So for example is Anna and Mark argued about unfinished tasks. How they sat down together, explained their concern calmly, and divided the work fairly. The second one is coordinate goals. In this technique, a shared goal that cannot be attained without the cooperation of each of the conflicting parties is created. So for example is they have two departments were competing with each other, but they had to cooperate to finish an important company event successfully. So the third one is expansions of resources. Expansions of resources when scarcity of resources is cause of the conflict, like money, promotions, opportunities, or workspace. The expansions of resources could avert the conflict. So for example, is employees were fighting over limited computers in the office, so the company bought more computers for everyone to use. So the fourth one is smoothing. This is the technique where differences are played down while emphasizing common interest between the conflict parties. So the example is two classmates disagree during a group project, but their teacher reminded them that both wanted to get a higher grade and finish the project well. So this is technique focuses on common interest instead of differences to reduce tension. So the fifth one is compromise. This is a technique wherein each party to conflict gives up something of value. For instance, management agrees to grant educational benefits of children of employees provided that the demand of housing allowances is withdrawn. So the example of this is one employee wanted a morning shift while another wanted weekends off. They agreed to alternate schedules so both got benefits. And the last one is the altering structural variables. So this means changing the way people work or changing their responsibilities so the conflicts can stop. Sometimes people fight because their duties are confusing or they work too closely in the stressful situation. The manager changed the setup to reduce problem. So for example, two nurses in the hospital keep arguing because both think they should prepare the patient's record. So the head nurse changed their duty. One nurse handles the patient's records and the other nurse handles medicine preparation. So because their jobs are now clear, their arguments are stopped. Suppression is a superficial and temporary form of resolving conflict. When conflict is suppressed, it may continue to fester and cause future conflict over similar issues. So suppressing conflict take the following form. So the first one is avoidance. This happens when the manager is faced with quarreling groups but avoids taking a position. Other forms of avoidance consist of pretending to be unaware that conflict exists and refusal to deal with conflict by stalling and repeatedly postponing action. So for example of avoidance is a manager noticed tension between two workers but keep postponing the meeting because he does not want stress. As the time passes, the workers become more hostile toward each other. The second one is authoritative command. This happened when management uses its formal authority to resolve the conflict and then communicates their desires to parties involved. So for example is they have two team members argue about which design to use for a project. The supervisor says, "We will use Maria's design. Decisions final." The argument ends because the supervisor made the choice. Conflict aftermath. What happens after the conflict may be regarded as either positive or negative development. Unresolved conflicts can result in sustained emotional discomfort and escalated into dysfunctional emotional conflict between between the individuals. So, conflict aftermath is the result after the conflict ends. So, for example, in a positive way is two friends argue, then calmly discuss their feelings and apologize. Then, after that, they trust each other more. So, for example, sa aftermath negative is the two workers stop fighting but they still feel angry inside, avoid working together. The workplace become uncomfortable.
So, I'm the next reporter. I am Jenny Ming C. Caberte from BSBA 2A. So, I will start na. Then, when a conflict is resolved, however, it may establish conditions that reduce the potential for future conflicts. And if they so occur, it will easier to deal with them. So, ang pasabot ani, if ang conflict daw kay nasulbaran na, maka-create siya ka ng conditions na makatabang rapod sa kanang future conflicts. So, if na ay problem or conflicts, dali na siya tagaan og solution since kay ila naman agianan din nakahimo naman sila kanang solutions unsa na ang buhaton sa isa ka conflict. So, next is negotiation. Negotiation, when a conflict is already in existence, negotiation maybe seems to be the best strategy. They may be so, especially in complex conflicts. So, if ang kanang conflict is nag-exist na siya, ang kung ano jud ang best way jud ana is the negotiation. So, ang negotiation daw kanang mas magamit daw siya sa kanang mga lisod na kayo nga problem or maglisod nagpangita nga way nga problem or need na jud nga kanang nimo patunga jud sa isa ka problem para ma-solve siya mo ni gamit sa negotiation. So, negotiation may be defined as a process in which two or more parties attempt to reach an acceptable agreement in a situation characterized by some level of a disagreement. So, ang negotiation daw is kanang proseso siya nga nag-involve siya og two or more parties nga gusto makahimo sila agreement nga benefit sa iyaha or ilaha or kanang makasolve sa ilang problem mo ni gamit sa negotiation. Then, negotiation could be useful if the following conditions are present. So, first is there are two or more parties. So, ang negotiation, magamit ra siya if two or more parties. Dili pwede isa kay. So, pag negotiate mo, if wala kay ka negotiate sa imong isa ka agreement nila, mong need yun two or more parties. So, then second is there's a conflict of interest between the parties. So, ang duha ka parties is na jud sila kanang conflict ba? Example is kanang sa isa ka trabaho. Ang isa ka party kay ganahan sila housing privileges kanang as an employment benefit daw. Ganan siya ng housing privileges. So, pero ang isa man kay ganahan maganang transportation allowances. So, wala ka na conflicts na siya kay wa man nagkamaw siyang ilang mga gusto, maong tawag na maong naka-create siya kanang conflicts. So, third is the parties are willing to negotiate. So, dapat yung parties kay kanang nadyo sila kusang loob pa para mo negotiate ba dili ra kanang pinugos or kanang napugos mao medyo dapat nga kanang both parties kay kanang ila jung kusang loob willing jud sila nga makigimo og kanang good solution para sa isa ka conflict. Then four is they prefer to work together than to fight openly, give in, break off contact, or take the dispute to a higher authority. So, kanang need jud nga kanang dapat magtinabangay jud sila kaysa sa kanang mag-away sila sa open sila mag-awayay then grabe nag-awayay nga kanang mag-break off na sa contact then magsige mag-away nga madala na nga to sa korte or sa kanang higher pang authority such as mabot nga to sa judge sa mag-meet pa mag-lawyer then attorney mong medyo dapat kanang kamo jud duha nga parties is magtinabangay jud. So, next is major negotiating approaches. There are two major approaches to negotiation. So, the first is distributive bargaining, then second is integrative negotiation. So, sa next slide, ako na-explain what is the definition of these two major approaches. So, distributive bargaining. This is that negotiation approach wherein the goals of the parties are in conflict and each party seeks to maximize its share of the resources. This win-lose approach is really a process of dividing or distributing scarce resources. So, para sa ako, ang distributive bargaining is murag maniguro ka para sa imuha or para sa inyong party para ang yung sources nga scarce nga kanang gamay ra is mas damo inyuha such as sample is kanang pizza. Ang yung boss is na-provide siya og pizza para sa inyong duha. Then kay ang pizza kay nara siya 4 slice. Then kay ganahan man ka nga mas damo imuha ay kanang dili kanang mas naniguro kag kuha nag imo gikuha ang upat ay kana ang tulo. Then ang kato na lang naibilin si mo kauban isa na lang. Bali ka nang murag mas niguro jud kag kanang damo ang imo resources ba kaysa pikas ba like kanang if I take more, you get less, then take it or leave it or kanang murag ang iya yung approach aning distributive bargaining ba is kanang I win you lose kay the reason I win is because kay naniguro kog maximize sa akong resources o naniguro kog kanang kuha para ang akong mga resources is damo then ang imuha is dili bali murag wa ka naguna-una sa iyang side pod if iyaha is gamay ra ba or dili. So, mo na pasabot sa distributive bargaining, win or lose approach sila siya. Then, there is a integrative negotiation. This is a negotiation, hindi ko makita, which the goals of the parties are not regarded as mutually exclusive and which the focus is on making it possible for both sides to achieve their objectives. So, ang pasabot po din ng integrative negotiation, ang yung approach is in more win-win situation. Bali, ang isa kanang since kay same raman mo objective no mas kanang maniguro mo kay magtinabangan yun mo duha para ang inyong objective is ma-achieve bali kanang ang cake is isa rin napalit then kulangan sa inyo ha bali kanang ang buhaton nimo ana is maghimo na lang og cake or magpalit na lang og bagong cake para ang tanan is makakaon then if sa pizza food four slices i-divide ninyo kaduha para kamong duha is mabusog mo na pasabot sa integrative negotiation. So, bali murag na ba? Your problem is my problem so that ang imong problem is makam up naton mahimuan nato isa ka solution para kita duha is happy. Mao na pasabot sa integrative negotiation. Both are happy with the result, not just the only one. So, next is the negotiation process. The negotiation process consists of 5 steps. 5-step guys. So, 1 is preparation and planning. 2 is definition of ground rules. 3 is clarification and justification. Then 4 is bargaining and problem solving. Then 5 is closure and implementation. So, first we need to define or explain is preparation and planning. So, this first step, the person assigned to the negotiation for a certain party should determine the so it is explain ninyo na ko ninyo guys sa sunod nga slide kung unsay need nga i-determine o ma-follow sa isa ka negotiation. Definition of ground rules. The next step is to define the ground rules and procedures with the other party over the negotiation itself. As such, the following concern must be cleared. So dapat i-define jud ang ground rules and procedures para makuha na ang negotiation sa both party. Then first of the following concerns that kanang dapat mabuhat na is who will do the negotiating. Kinsa may magkuan sa negotiating. Then second is where will the negotiation takes place. So asa man siya asa man siya mahitabo or asa man siya nga lugar i-take. Then 3, what time constraints if any will apply. So time importante po ning time if apply pod if naa pod. Then 4, to what issues will negotiation be limited. So kung asa ra pod kutob ang issues nga ang negotiation kay bali na ra po siya limit ana. Then 5 is what specific procedures must be followed if an impasse is reached. So unsay mga specific nga procedure daw nga dapat jud ma-follow. So clarification and justification. In this step, the parties may need to explain, amplify, clarify, bolster, and justify the original demands of each other. This must be done in a non-confrontational manner. This step must be regarded as an opportunity for educating and informing each other on the issues, indicating their importance and of the party arrive at their initial demands. So, usa ka mo kuan sa kuan, dapat both parties mo explain sila nga nung ana then mo explain sila kung unsa silang gusto. Explain sila unsa silang gipangayo bali murag na check kanang clarity jud siya ba kung unsa jud kanang kuan i-clarify ang both parties kung unsa ilang mga gusto jud or sila ka konflikan. Then dapat pod kanang be respectful pod mo, then dapat kalma ra pod mo, then dapat walay away or kanang walay magsipatay para ang conflict kay dali ra ma-solve. Then ang negotiate kanang dali ra makaon sa unsay type nga strategy nga mahimo nga pag-negotiate. Then kuan pod then mag-explain pud ka nga ang kanang imong gusto is kana nya explain pud nimo nga dapat kana pud mahitabo na bala explain pud nimo side ba nga nung angay na buhaton. Then kuan po siya kanang dili po ka solve sa problem if kuan po wala kay baw sa kanang problem kanang reason nganong na problem na sa isa ka party. Maong need jud nga na ay clarification and justification sa isa ka negotiating. Bargaining and problem solving. In this step, the parties will make an attempt to reach an agreement through give and take action, like the offering and acceptance of concessions. There are occasions when bargaining and problem solving would be easier to undertake if it is aided by focusing on a subordinate goal. So superordinate goal. This kind of goal is one that cannot be attained by one group singly and supersedes all other concerns of any of the individual groups involved in the conflict. So, in short explanation, ang bargaining and problem solving is give and take jud siya kay such kanang kuan man siya kanang bali dili man jud ka magsigig offer jud si kag trade para hantod ang katong imong gi-offer ay katong imong gi-trade kay maagrihan na siya like kanang ako pa mobaan ang akong price karon pero kuan dapat magbayad kag cash man kon sa concession code. Then kung kuan pod kung sa kuan pod give a little, take a little, and remember why you both need to work together. Balik kung unsay mong value gihatag mo punay value pod na iha ibalik sa imo. Amo na kuan sa bargaining and problem solving. Murag magsige kag bargain ba hantod na kay makuha, which is kanang kantong pas ra pod sa imong value na imong gihatag. Then sample pod if kanang ang conflict kay kanang nakuan siya cause siya og heavy financial losses sa isa ka firm or organization. Ang duha ka parties or katong conflicting parties kay pwede sila mag-agree nga agree sila kanang solution para ang company is makasurvive. Then para po ang kanang ay sakto lagi para ang isa ka company kay makasurvive, then magplano sila kung kuan ang ilang mga demand is maibanan or both parties kay mo magsabotay jud sila ba nga kanang magsabotay sila nga na need nga ibanan or na need kanang buhaton para ang company is kanang makasurvive, then both pud sila is maka-benefit man kon sa bargaining and problem solving. Closure and implementation. This final step involves formalizing the agreement that has been worked and developing any procedures that are necessary for implementation and monitoring. So major negotiation usually require formal contracts, otherwise a handshake would indicate closure of the negotiation. So diri ana jud mo na jud yung last steps sa negotiation where imo na jud na ilak ang deal and dapat make sure jud nimo ang kanang deal is kanang mahitabo or kanang negotiation is mahitabo. Then if kuan po siya kanang big deal po kayo siya putan nyo sa kanang agreement sa kanang murag suwat mo ba like kanang contracts mo lagin ana, then if gamay ra nga kanang pag negotiation is pwede ra kanang mag shake hands ra mo or hug, then dapat ang imong kuan po is clear pod nga kinsa ang mubuhat ana, then kanus ana hitabo, then kanang unsaon ninyo pag-check and then unsaon ninyo pag-check jud kung ang both parties is nagsunod ba sa kanang inyong agreement. Then kanang murag in short explanation na jud about jud siya kanang if you agree, write it down, then you must follow up what's the agreement. So mo na kanang kuan sa closure and implementation. Gi-implement na, then na-apoy closure, then make sure pod nga ang both side is nagsunod ana nga acceptable agreement.